So Jojo, I have to tell you something.
What are you gonna tell me, James?
Well, it's been on my mind for a while. You say Kourin is your best girl.
Of course.
Misaki's best girl. Screw Kourin.
You're kidding me, right?
No?
What has Misaki done?
Aichi.
No, not even. She can't even. Kourin is best girl for a reason. There's a reason why. Do you, huh?
Do you want to settle this with a fight?
I'll settle this card fight right now. Do you want to?
Let's do it.
Ready.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right?
Hi, this is Mario from Dragon Tea,
Hello, this is Isaac from Dragon Tea as well.
and this is ATX Arena.
Welcome all. Today we have James playing Granfia from Team Rider.
And on the other side, we have Joseph, who's from Team Procyon, who's playing Bavsargra. Why are they fighting again?
Apparently, we were trying to find out who was best waifu between Kourin and Misaki.
I don't know, I think that we left out Asuka. Asuka's a good contender as well.
But we all know Yu is best waifu.
That is true. Alright, so I'm wondering who's going to go first. Who do you think is going to go win this match? Like, who's going to win, Misaki or Kourin?
Well, it's more so the decks.
True.
We do have both players representing getting their starting hands and shuffling up. Love the colors on the sleeves and the mats.
I do. I also love how the how Joseph is also using Bavsargra playmat, whereas James is using his Team Rider mat.
You got to represent, even if it's for the deck or for the team.
So it looks like they're still getting shuffling out. Trying to figure out who's going to be going first. I don't think they've even done dice roll yet either.
They did do the dice roll. I did miss the dice roll to see who is going first. So we will find out here in just a moment.
It'll be a surprise for all of us.
Let's go.
Let's see.
So we do have Granfia, who is the plants from Stoikea, versus Bavsargra, who is Dragon Empire.
Oh, looks like they're getting started. Alright, here we go. So let's see. Okay, so Joseph goes first in this match. He discards Trick Moon, which is a good setup. It lets him get that back from his hand later on. And most likely going to be searching for the shield. I forgot what it's called, Swayambu, I believe.
I don't remember all the names. I do know the cards. So the shield is pretty good. It is a level 3 order, so we'll see when he gets to play that.
I haven't seen much of Granfia really, so I'm really it's like interested to see how it plays.
Well, it is a relatively new deck who came in the last support.
Sure.
It has a lot to do with the plant tokens, almost like OG Neo Nectar back in V.
And with Roa as well.
This is true. They did bring it back in D.
So it looks like he's just discarding and swinging. He just no guard. He just guards straight. Wow.
So no trigger, just normal unit. Moth is pretty good.
Discards the Swayambu because with the Great 2 we can just add it back to his hand. Perfect.
Plussing.
And then no calls either. Just straight on. Oh,
He did get a trigger. No, he did not. It was normal unit. Okay. Perfect.
So James takes the first damage. Wherever he's representing between Misaki or Kourin, they're already taking 1 damage.
All right, let's take a look and see. So he gets his grade 2 Granfia, who does call a plant token. Then you can see that the board starts to build from here.
Yep.
The deck can go pretty. What's the
They can
word?
plus a whole lot, right? Like
More so excel pretty quickly.
True.
They can call out a big board and still have hand. But we'll see what happens.
And this is also, again, this could be also a good drawback as well. It's a double-edged sword because, yes, he's calling rear guards, but as well with Bavsargra, they can just retire the front row as well and gain power.
This is true. The good thing is he gets plenty of plant tokens. Oh, there we go.
There we go. We figure it out. James is on Team Misaki, and Joseph is on Team Kourin.
This is true. He did play a lot of Royal Paladins and Gold
Oh yeah,
Paladins.
his premium deck is Jewel Knight, so this does make sense.
This is true. So here we go. We have a full back row with a booster. Gets
And he has
another
3 plant tokens. Oh, he has a critical trigger in there. I don't remember. Does Granfia require you to Soul Blast to get that plant token out?
It does give. It does use a decent amount of soul. So the early crit into the soul does make sense.
And he got a PG, so that stops 1 Bavsargra turn at least.
Well, it depends on his damage.
That is true, yeah.
So he gives the 2 power over to the tokens, making it a 12k.
Okay, so it's a 17k attacker.
No. It's a 12k column.
12k column. Oh, okay. Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
it's only
yes,
10k.
yes.
5k each, that's right.
Yes.
So Joseph also takes the damage.
No trigger.
No trigger as well. And he takes another one, no damage, no damage trigger as well.
Yep. Here we go. Starting Bavsargra, going up to grade 3.
Oh, discarding the sword. So he must have the spear in his hand so he can do both of them at once.
Let's see.
Oh,
There's
going
the
into
shield. He did gets the soul charge, gets the call.
Get the
gets
Trick Moon, gonna counter charge.
Mhm.
Trick Moon's gonna give what? I believe it's 5,000 10 power for each arm they do.
There we go.
Oh, okay, so yeah, he gets it regardless. Perfect.
Yes. So he gets the unit he used does call or does place the order from the drop.
And he has critical already, retired the front row, which is beautiful. Obviously, the plant token doesn't go to drop them; it just fills out.
It is good that he still has the board back row with those tokens because that will let him that will let him
right, but let him get that double rose token. Oh, he hit a crit, so that's 3 damage. He's going from 3 to 4, unless he heals. Oh, there's the heal.
There's the heal trigger, back down to 2.
And then up to 3. Looks like he lost, what, 2 pumpkins from that?
So he did lose a Persona ride and one token, I can tell.
And then he lost this on grade 2 where on place, I believe it's Soul Blast, and you can call 2 plant tokens, which also helps out with the deck.
So he did use the sword order, which will deal an extra damage
he
to
did,
him.
huh?
Yes.
Ooh. So, really lucky for James to hit that heal trigger, otherwise he would have been at 5 right off the bat.
This is true. So he does get, this is where I was talking about, since he does have the plant token, he can ride up without pitching.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, so here we go.
Oh, here's this one. I believe this one's ability is retire and either retire or move to the soul, and you can call 2 plant tokens.
Actually, it goes into the soul to call plant tokens
Okay.
and gives power.
I'm getting. I'm telling that there.
So here, let's take a look. Here's where he will use the unit, the grade 3 to get the plant
the noble rose.
The noble rose.
And then once that has 5 plant token gauges, he can remove up to 5 to restand another unit, and they gain 5,000 power for each one.
I do actually think it's any number, but I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's. Oh, yeah, I think you're right. It is any number, and I believe if he does do 5 or more, he
We'll restand.
Yeah, that's
No,
what I
we'll
think.
restand with rear guard.
One more, yeah, just one
Yes.
rear guard. But this can get very, how do you call it? This can get bad for both of them really quickly, considering that they can both hit for pretty high numbers. Joseph with Trick Moon and Order, and now James with this Noble Rose token, being a really good booster because it gains power for each one on his
Each one of his gauge.
each
Yes.
one of his gauge. Yeah,
So he did call this grade 1 that called his tangerine back from the drop.
that's good.
Every token he makes will go under the rose token as a gauge.
So this will increase that number that he's going to be needing later on. And I also noticed he just called Diantha as well, which is that one he mentioned that he can counterblast and severe call a grade 3 or less from his drop zone.
So he has 5 gauges at this moment. Or, yes, he does have 5. So the 2 from the board on the beginning of turn, the 1 from the tangerine on place, and then the mushroom gave him an extra 2.
So theoretically, he could restand this turn. But we
Well,
just
that
say
is-
it's worth it.
That is actually the play of the game. You will always restand something each
Each
turn.
turn. Like he calls another Diantha.
So let's see what he will call.
Most likely, if he has another. Oh, I think he's going to call that grade 2 I mentioned. Yep, there it is. So then when on place, he's going to be able to call 2 new plant tokens, but with the counterblast, and then those are just going to go straight to the gauge as well.
Yes.
So how many does he have now? I think.
So that will be 7.
7. Okay, cool.
So the good thing is that Granfia himself actually does not require counterblast.
Ooh. So it doesn't really matter if you're trying to damage tonight. It won't really work for this deck unless it's for his rear guard abilities. But even then,
This is true for the rear guards.
and already doing.
So it does look like he did miss a trigger. The tangerine, from what I believe, calls a plant token at the beginning of combat if your vanguard is Granfia.
Yeah. Oh, he's counting how many.
So he has 6, 7. Yeah, so it would have been 8.
Would have been 8. Do you think? I wonder if he'll realize it here. I remember him asking me today that it was if it was mandatory or not. Seems like he got an order. I believe that's the one where he can severe call sign. Oh, ooh, that's good, but also bad in a way. I believe he did want some counterblast in order to play the spear. I believe the spear does require counterblast.
I do believe all of most of Bavsargra's orders are counterblast.
Because I know one of them are soul blast and one of them are. I believe the sword is soul blast and I believe the shield is counterblast. And I believe it's the same way around with the spear and the. How do you call it? The gun.
Yes.
But Joseph, I don't believe, is running the gun mainly because he prefers the shield. Not really wanting to have more deck cleverness in there. Like the gun is great and all, don't get me wrong, but like if you say with like you whiff with it and you don't have another way of getting another 2 arms, then he's in a bad position. Oh, he didn't have the spirit at all. He must not have been able to play anything at all.
Well, the spirit, like I said, does require resource. So right now he just really doesn't have any resource because he's used his soul and he's used his counterblast. So that over trigger did kind of cripple him a little bit for this turn.
It stopped him from getting hit for the damage, but he obviously did want more damage.
This is true.
But James is deciding what he wants to guard with here. If Joseph hits 1 critical, this game could be over really quick.
This is true. He had the triggers, but he could also clutch. We don't know. So
This is true.
he is doing I would say this is a smart move. PGing. He is at 4. It is the only the Vanguard swing.
And how much is this right now? It's already at what? It's 23-33, I believe. So even if he did, we saw he had that front trigger in his hand. So even if he did guard for like say 2 to pass, if he hits 2 triggers in a row, it can still break through. So he's going for that route.
So that was 38 guard right now.
That's the 1 pass still.
So we'll take this time to mention that we do have our Procyon gaming promo code, which is going to be ATX10s.
Yep. With that code, you can get a 10% off on dice, sleeves, the new playmat. We're actually getting a new playmat for Minerva, who is representing the new mascot of Procyon. Oh, he hit the critical. But yeah, if you want to get the best dice on the market that are the best plastic you'll ever get, use ATX10 at ProcyonGaming.com.
So in that last turn, we did see that James did go the route of PGing the Vanguard.
Oh, he PG'd?
He did also, we did see that Bavsargra did drive check the crit, so that could have been dangerous.
That could have been dangerous.
So-
but I believe it was a second check as well, right? So like even then, it was still pretty dangerous though.
So here we go, he's using the order,
Oh,
which
this
will
one-
retire 2 units to countercharge and give him soul.
And the thing is, because whenever he would just retire, he can remove 2 plant token gauges at that cost.
It's actually, whenever you would pay a cost for a retire for one of your abilities, you remove a token.
Okay.
So he did remove a single token and his other rear guard, gave himself soul, got a new tangerine, which gave him another gauge.
Do you think he remembers to use the skill here?
We'll find out.
Hopefully he does.
He may have realized he missed
missed
that last turn.
Oh, entering back. Oh, here we go. He remembers. Great.
So here we are. I believe this is up to 6 plant tokens, but I am not entirely sure just yet. We will find out.
This is going to be 23 to the Vanguard.
So
he's
as
still
we can
guarding.
see, he didn't. Neither one of them persona broed in these last couple turns.
45.
It's a pretty big number.
Now I see why he didn't guard. If he hit, if he's up 3 damage and you haven't had double critical, that would have been game over.
So he has a high influx of citrus.
He does have an
As he did
citrus,
mention that.
citrus.
I mean, too much anti-vitamin could be bad for you.
It can be. Believe us, we know. So this one will get 5,000 power for each marker for each plant token that he just discarded. So that's another plus 25.
I do believe so. Yes.
Wow, that's good.
So here we are. JoJo is at 3.
4.
So here's another swing of 23.
Most likely, he would probably guard this one and just. Oh, he's taking this one. Oh, it's a heal.
So he did get a heal. He does not heal though, because he was only at 3 damage.
Yes. So this is also a good thing about whenever you're at higher damage. If your opponent happens to heal, then they can't heal.
So as you can see, the heal did help because it puts him at a 23k base. He used the heal trigger to guard with, which made him a 38. Yes.
Yeah, it was a 35. That's true. So he calls this one. I believe this one gets one from the drop as well, if I remember reading the card correctly.
No, it actually searches.
Searches? Okay.
Yeah. So Counterblast, or no, I believe it's Soul Blast discard. I think it's discarded order specifically. I can't remember, but he was able to deck thin and get an order out of his deck, which deck thinning is deck winning.
It is. Indeed, it is. And now he can reactivate the order. I don't know if he has another Trick Moon in his drop zone. If he does, that's going to be a really
it's
great.
any grade 1 or less unit.
This is true, but he is always the one to set up that Trick Moon for the extra boost and extra power.
Well, that's true, but there are other units that work out well.
Like this one. This is the one that I believe he can retire it and then get another
Yes,
order.
this was the one that would let him get the order for the arm from drop, I
Bavsargra.
believe, or was it?
I believe it's drop, yes.
Yeah.
And I believe he does have enough soul to redo the skill this time.
Yes, but this also is a good booster because it does gain power.
Oh, it does? Okay, cool.
I believe as long as your Vanguard has 2 arms, it gains 5k.
Cool.
Don't quote me. I cannot remember.
We've only played against this. We never really read against it. Oh, so this one, perfect. This is grade 2 on place. He gets both abilities depending on what army he has. Power is obviously one of them. I forget what the second one is.
It calls from the drop.
Calls from the drop? Oh, okay.
Just
But I
like
think I got
it's
that
like a mini Bavsargra.
one. Okay, cool. So not going for the skill, just swinging in for extra power, which is still pressure.
I don't think he had the soul for it.
This is true. He probably did not have the soul.
But I mean, it's still a pretty good swing because it does gain. The Trick Moon does give a lot of power.
It does. I was actually really surprised when I learned that it works even on not boosting Bavsargra, just any unit.
So as we can see, both players are at 4 damage. JoJo is swinging with Vanguard first. Does look like James has about 6 cards in hand. He's debating on how he wants to guard this. We do remember he did drive check a normal unit and an order.
And one of those being a 5k as well. Oh, he's no guarding. Ooh.
So
Do we
let's
see a
take-
crit?
No trigger.
One?
No
Ooh,
trigger.
Lucky.
So 1 damage. It is
Oh,
another
the
normal
pumpkin.
unit, unfortunately, so no trigger.
23. I think he may double intercept with this, like 1 5k and 2 intercepts most likely.
Well, he does have plenty of triggers in hand to guard
This
with.
is true, yeah.
As you can see from his hand, you can kind of get a little glimpse.
A little
He
feel
did
of what he
have
has in his hand.
the draw trigger, which does the effect draw trigger, who gives him the 5k power.
And then drop in the front trigger that gets 5 power so long as your opponent is at grade 3.
Yes. So he made it through JoJo's turn, so now he's starting his turn. Again, no Persona Rider, unfortunate.
Do you think we'll see a Persona Rider at all this match? Hopefully we do. I know James already damaged 1.
Well, unfortunately, we've seen neither player draw one, so...
This is true. I believe he has another pumpkin in his hand, and I believe the order also allows... Oh, there's a pumpkin.
Actually, that is not orange, remember. Citrus.
Citrus, yes. And then this order allows him to get another 2 tokens, I believe.
So we're piling up those plant tokens.
And then when he swings, he's
Or
going to get
plant
another
gauge.
2. Yes. And then when he swings, he's going to get another 2.
No, it's actually at the beginning of
Oh,
combat.
okay, cool.
Yes. We'll see if he remembers. He did remember last turn. He did catch himself.
He did catch himself.
So currently his column, his rigor columns are at 23. Both of them, they're mirror columns. 2 Citrus. You said 2 Deanne was her name?
Diantha, yes.
Diantha. Okay, yes.
I didn't know I thought she only gained the 5,000 on the place ability. Maybe she does gain 5,000 power continuously.
So the on place calls something. The other skill is continuous. She
Okay.
gains the 5k. I believe it's if you have another unit, but don't quote me. Again, I have seen these decks in play, but
We haven't really played test them ourselves, unfortunately. Oh,
So
here's
we
the
see a
PG.
major misplay. James swung with Vanguard
Oh,
and
you're
did
right,
not
he did.
swing with the rear guard.
Oh, Persona right? Potentially.
And a grade 1 normally. So no triggers. Looks like JoJo still has about 6 cards in hand.
Yeah, about 6 cards, 2 intercepts.
But he can get power.
Oh, this is true.
Yes, he won't restand, but he can still get power.
That's an interesting play, don't you think?
Well, like I said, it was a misplay. He did realize that too, because you saw him, grip his head.
Oh, he did. I didn't realize that.
Yes,
This is 23.
it is 23.
This is probably has a good amount of guard. Yep, there's one.
So
Do you
the-
think he damaged him? Not that it really matters here.
I don't think he damage denies him, because technically the counterblast is not needed.
Oh, well, there's Persona Ride.
All right, let's see if he draws one or had one in hand.
I think he drew another trick move. Oh,
There's the Persona Ride.
Perfect.
So we did see a Persona Ride this game. And as we all know, Persona Ride gives 10k to the front row and
And
lets
allows
him
you to
draw a
draw.
card. Oh, but it
Oh.
does look like, I think he did forget to do his draw for the Persona Ride.
Oh.
He did use his 2 rear guards. One of them puts an arm into the soul to draw in power, and then he used the grade 1 that got the order back.
Yep. Oh, did he still try a PG there?
I did not catch that.
I think he did.
Went a
Oh,
little
there's a
fast.
trick moon, like we mentioned. It can give a whole lot more boost even on rear guard, depending on not needing to be a Bavsargra booster. which is a really huge misconception that I realized. Oh, retired in the front row. Here we go.
Yep. I mean, it is a good play. He did get the Persona ride. He gains the power. He has the boosters.
He's going to go in for the kill turn.
As we can see, James.
Oh,
is
wow.
not-
Going for 3 treatments. He's making sure he's not going to survive.
They are big power. He probably had them and he was holding on to them.
He really wants Kourin to win.
As we can see, James is at 5 damage and had 4 cards in hand.
Oh, no guarding? Ooh,
Ooh.
3 damage so far.
Yep. Crit from the Vanguard skill, crit from the trigger, power to the rear guard.
And, all right, let's see. Triple heal. Triple here. Triple heal.
We could see.
We haven't seen his over trigger either.
This is true. We have not seen his over trigger, and I think we've only seen possibly 1 heal.
Unless he has another one in his hand.
He is checking.
See
Oh,
it? No.
there you go. He said he has 3 heals and
Heals in the over trigger. Let's see it. Can he make this work? Can he make this happen? Can we? Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, no, order.
So 6 damage was an order.
Unfortunate. Well, wait. He's still going. He's still going. Oh,
Yep, wrong triggers.
Yep.
So there you go.
All right, there you go. So with that, it looks like Kourin wins as the best waifu.
So, and there looks like Team Procyon did take that win from Team Ryder. There were a couple misplays that might have changed the game. Who will find out?
Yeah. Like we were saying earlier, though, to get those amazing dice that they're using in this video, please go to PotionGaming.com and use code ATX10 to save 10% off.
Please join us for our next match.
We'll see you next time.
Thank you.